Looking at our top business story, growth of the UAE non-oil private sector gained further momentum in March, continuing the trend observed throughout the opening quarter of 2017. According to the seasonally adjusted Emirates NBD UAE Purchasing Managers Index, which tracks operating conditions in the non-oil private sector, the economy picked up to a 19-month high of 56.2 in March from 56 in February. The reading was consistent with a sharp improvement in business conditions. As a result, the quarterly average for the first quarter of 2017 was 55.8, which was the strongest in 1 year and a half. The increase in the headline index was supported by sharper growth of business activity, and the rate of expansion accelerated to the sharpest in 25 months. New projects, a further general improvement in economic conditions and market demand were reported as factors behind output growth. The overall expansion was driven by sharper increases in output and new orders, as well as a record rise in stocks of purchases. Firms raised their payroll numbers slightly, while there was evidence of ongoing pressure on operating capacity. Prices data also suggested that the UAE's non-oil private sector faced intense market competition, as the vast majority of firms registered no change in output charges despite increased cost pressures. The Dubai Land Department has revealed that Dubai recorded a sharp rise in the value of real estate transactions during the first quarter of 2017 compared to the same period last year. The Real Estate Authority said it saw a total of 77 billion dirhams worth of deals in the first 3 months of the year, up from 54.7 billion dirhams in January to March 2016. It added in a statement that there were a total of 20,000 real estate transactions in the same period. The figures were announced as Dubai Land Department launched its new Know Your Rights as a Real Estate Investor in Dubai guide, aimed at spreading a safe real estate culture. Sultan Bhuti bin Majran, the Director General of Dubai Land Department, said the value of transactions rose by 45%, indicating that Dubai is poised for a new phase of growth momentum. With Dubai's retail market forecast to exceed $52 billion in sales by 2020 and e-commerce continuing to grow in popularity in the UAE and across the region, the 11th edition of the World Retail Congress highlighted the need to create new consumer experiences, while also making structural changes in the retail industry. While every sector in the retail industry is being transformed and reshaped by the digital world, leading retail brands and industry experts highlighted that consumers today have more choices, and in order to create experiences at every level of retail, brand owners and managers need to find new ways to attract consumers. During a session on the market impacts on retail business leadership and investment, experts focused on some of the key macro trends transforming the global retail landscape, including the impact of global politics on local economies, stressing that the environment of uncertainty is not only having an impact on retailers, but also on their means to offer new experiences to consumers. While stating that e-commerce still remains the biggest force, with transformation with mobile commerce in particular shaping shopping experiences, brand owners highlighted that the industry is still getting used to the omni-channel model, where consumers can buy from a brand or retailer across various platforms.
So Majid Al Futtaim Fashion has been analyzing the market space and in terms of what is happening in the market. As you know, one of the main drivers of the market is construction industry, and there has been a lot of construction leading up to the 2020. And in line with the trend in the market, we decided to add home furnishing to our portfolio of brands. With the growth in the market over the next few years, there's plenty of room for both the physical stores where a consumer may like immersive experience versus an online store where a consumer may like more convenience, and a mix of both. So we are very much focused on providing a consumer an omni-channel experience in the coming years.
I think omni-channel has been here for some years. My own company, the Otto Group, I think over 7 billion of our revenues in sales is in e-commerce. I think now we're actually starting to think about obviously how we accelerate mobile. Mobile is about 3 billion of our sales, but we think that's going to be growing even faster. And also we're thinking a lot about voice. How do you do shopping with voice use technology rather than sitting at a desk or sitting on a phone. And we think that's going to be a really big trend in the next few years.
The World Retail Congress in Dubai, taking place until the 8th of April, is expected to see over 1,500 delegates in the next few days. And among the topics being discussed include reinventing the mall experience and how to build a successful business model, with e-commerce, according to the industry insiders, threatening major retail brands globally.
Actually, the expectation of internet or e-commerce, if you like, is that it will grow by 3 times by 2021. So that's a huge, huge growth. So that has an impact on not only the way we shop, but actually what retailers need to do in terms of improving the spend on their websites, the engagement there. You're right in terms of the adoption of mobile. And what we've seen in other countries like the UK and US is actually that mobile becomes the engagement platform. So it's not sitting at home on a computer, it's actually mobile devices.
And a pan-Arab government body is preparing to release a 5-year strategy it claims will help grow the region's e-commerce sector from 20 million in 2017 to 200 million beyond 2020. The Arab Federation of E-commerce is headquartered in Cairo and comprises representatives from 14 governments across the MENA region. It was set up a year ago to promote and develop the region's e-commerce sector at a time when emerging online retail patterns are starting to disrupt traditional business models. According to a local report, a 50-page document set to be unveiled next month will make a series of recommendations to member states, including the introduction of new laws to help e-commerce outfits grow their businesses. E-commerce accounts for only around 0.71% of the MENA region's total GDP at present, compared to 3% for the rest of the world and as much as 5% in some countries such as the US. Among the possible regulatory changes are amendments to free zones, import and export tariffs to make it more cost-effective for smaller e-commerce players to distribute their goods, as well as measures to strengthen e-payment gateways. At present, the majority of Arab consumers still prefer to pay in cash and are reluctant to give away personal information online, something that the Federation of E-commerce is looking to change. The 5-year strategy is due to be unveiled at the Seamless E-commerce and Digital Economy Conference in Dubai next month.